This election day is expected to be like no other election in our nation's history, and Michigan could play a huge role in the outcome of this presidential election. It was a tight race in Michigan in 2016. The president topped Hillary Clinton in Michigan by just 1% of the vote. You can see that down there. Now keep a close eye over there because the numbers are going to change as we press different counties. Now Clinton kept the race close despite only winning 8 of Michigan's 88 counties. You of course see those in blue. There are only 6 counties in the 2nd District and parts of Kent and Allegan County. In 2018, let's kick it back so we can do some comparison here. Bill Huizenga won all but 1 county, taking 55% of the vote against Rob Davidson. You can see that. Now turning on the heat, you can see that Huizenga had strong support in counties like Newaygo and Ottawa. In Newaygo County, Huizenga won 63% of the vote with about a 6,000 vote difference. And in Ottawa County, he won with 62% of the vote with about a 32,000 vote difference. Now, 2 days after Election Day, the race for president is still undecided this morning. We'll turn this back and get all of these states white again so that we can run through another scenario. So now for President Trump to win, he can only afford to lose Alaska's 3 electoral votes to Joe Biden. In order for him to secure the 270 electoral votes needed, he will need to snag Georgia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Nevada. So right now, President Trump leads in every state except Nevada. In this scenario, even if Joe Biden wins Alaska, Biden will come up 3 electoral votes short. Antrim County hopes to have new unofficial results today after yesterday's final tally turned the consistently red county blue. Early yesterday morning, unofficial results showed Antrim County went strongly for Democrats across the ticket. The county, much like most of northern Michigan, is usually very heavily Republican. The Associated Press announced former Vice President Joe Biden takes Michigan's 16 electoral votes. While the AP has called it, some say it's still too early to make a call. Protesters calling for justice after the death of George Floyd gathered all over the region. In Mount Pleasant, hundreds came together to make their voices heard in March. We now know there are several cases of coronavirus in northern Michigan. Munson confirmed those cases at 2 of its healthcare facilities. Munson Medical Center in Traverse City with the patient from Leelanau County, and Munson Healthcare at Siegel Memorial Hospital in Gaylord. 9 and 10 News has reporters at both locations this morning. We head to Munson Medical Center in Traverse City first, where Reagan Blissett is live. It's an exciting day for some businesses in northern Michigan. Some businesses had their doors open for the first time in about 2 months. This morning's reopening applies to regions 6 and 8. It includes all of the highlighted counties you see here. Bars, restaurants, and retailers were able to reopen this morning at 12:01 at 50% capacity. While some businesses across parts of northern Michigan and all of the UP can open up, not everyone decided to open up right at midnight. But in Traverse City, just a couple of bars took the leap and opened right after midnight. We found the Sail Inn and Brady's Bar turning on their lights and opening the doors to the public. Local farmers are working overtime to get their apples ready for picking this fall, but they're worried they may not have enough help because of the pandemic. Many local farmers rely heavily on migrant workers, but the pandemic prevented many of them from heading north. Lately, we're starting to see more possible coronavirus exposure sites. Part of the reason is health departments are starting to strengthen their contact tracing efforts. The process involves finding out where COVID-19 positive patients have been and who else was there. As millions of Americans are waiting to see what will happen in the Senate, the nation is seeing devastating impacts from the virus. The U.S. once again set a record for most coronavirus-related deaths in a single day. And that was Governor Whitmer with the latest on how Michigan is handling the COVID-19 pandemic. The state says cases have been declining for more than 38 days. She said COVID cases are down in Michigan, but that the state is closely monitoring the impact of holiday travel. Governor Whitmer has signed the state's relief bill totaling $106 million. $55 million is going to help small businesses. Breaking overnight, there is a massive fire burning right outside of Dallas, Texas in Grand Prairie. Officials say the Poly America facility started burning around 1 a.m. this morning. The company makes plastic film and trash bags. They also recycle plastics. Fire and smoke could be seen from miles away. So I secretly grabbed my phone and I started recording him. So I have blackmail, so you can never be mean to me, ever. Exactly. And a big spider too, I could see it from here.
Not on the camera, but like he's gone.
Right. I'm gonna have to investigate.
But we take it, what are you doing?
The coast is clear, at least right here. You're good. I got your back, you got a job to do, I wanted to make sure.